Are there times when you just can't get past something? Stuck in a way? Like something's blocking your happiness? Well, I've got 3 things to help you have a breakthrough. The first thing what we're going to do is we're going to align our personal values with our choices and our actions. When we do align our personal values with our choices, we not only experience inner peace, but we experience balance and happiness. So what I mean by this is, let's say your personal value is being on time. Like, you love to be on time. And let's say, for instance, you're in the car and you're running late to a meeting. And what's going on in your body? Like, what are your emotions doing right now? You know you're going to be late for this meeting. You can't catch up. What is your mood doing, and how are you going to treat the driver in front of you? We naturally are going to get upset and we're not going to feel good, and we're going to get angry that our plan isn't aligning with our personal value of being on time. So this is a good practice. I have an exercise that you can do. You pick out what your personal values are, you narrow it down to like your top 10 personal values, and then you put it into practice and you kind of experiment and see how you feel after you make some choices that align with your personal values. Number 2, talk to yourself better. Self-talk is huge. This self-talk actually can be a game changer, believe it or not. When you are constantly feeding yourself negative things, you're going to feel pretty crappy and you're going to feel like you can't do anything. However, if you are kindly talking to yourself, if you're reading affirmations, on a regular basis, then that is really going to help. It also helps to get into God's word and look through God's promises. And it's just so healthy to say positive things about yourself, to bless yourself, and not to curse yourself. Proverbs 23:7 says, "For as he thinks in his heart, so is he." This is so true. So pay attention to what you're saying to yourself. Do an experiment and speak kindly to yourself for a week. Try it for a day and see how you feel at the end of the day. Number 3. Okay, this is a big one. This one is so big that I actually have 3 points that will help you work through it. This one is overcoming fear. Fear is so huge. And it's so big. And fear has definitely stopped me in my tracks. And when fear stops you in your tracks, that means you're not moving forward. And when you don't move forward and you look back on that time in your life when fear stopped you, what are you going to have? You're probably going to have some regret. And when you weigh the difference between regret and fear, what is the one thing that's going to make the biggest impact on you when you look at your life? For me, it's regret. I certainly don't want to live with regret. So this is why fear is so important. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Fear is something that we make up in our mind, and usually when we, let's say we're fearful of climbing up a ladder. Usually when we approach that fear step by step, one step at a time, and we get to the top, it's really not that bad. And so we lie awake all night worrying about falling off the top of the ladder when that didn't happen at all. So with fear, we make it so much more worse in our mind than what actually is going to happen. Another thing with fear that I have found is, and this recently came to me actually, is that when we have fear, that means to some of us, most of us, that we don't trust God in it. So just, think about that as well. Okay, I have 3 things that will help you to get through fear. Step 1, that ladder example? Take things step by step. If we can do something every day towards our goal, let's say our goal is to speak in front of others, and we're super fearful of doing that. we can take a step day by day to help increase our self-confidence and to help speak naturally. I mean, I'm not a very good speaker in front of people, but practicing maybe in front of your camera, doing something every day, even if it's just a little thing that you memorize and you say out loud to yourself in the mirror, that is a step towards reaching your goal. So if we can take things step by step, then we can get there and it won't be as scary. Step number 2, and this one is really quite simple. Anyone can do it right now. Stop putting fear in your mind. You're like, oh, what are you talking about, Christy? Stop putting fear into your mind. Literally stop watching horror films. Stop watching, scary shows on TV. Stop listening or watching the news.
Breaking news.
The news makes money off of bad news. So stop, just cut it out. There is no reason why you need to watch it, essentially. Just stop putting that crap in your mind, because what ends up is you're going to get crap out. I mean, just experiment again with not watching the news for a week or not watching, scary shows or anything, and just see how you feel after that week. Are you talking kinder to people? Are you smiling more? Are you sleeping better? These kind of things. So stop putting stuff into your mind that is not going to help you in any way. Step 3, get to know Jesus. That's right, Jesus Christ. Did you know in the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, that Jesus drove out demons left and right from people? I mean, this actually happened. I swear probably 75% or more of the Gospels is Jesus commanding demons, foul spirits, all that out of people. Spiritual warfare exists. It does. If there's good, there's bad. When there's light, there's dark. If there's blessings, there also are curses. It exists. So there's no better way than to understand how to fight it. And we do that by learning from Jesus. So get to know Jesus. Receive his love. Receive his knowledge and his wisdom, and walk with him. There is no better time than now to call on Jesus to help you. We have gone through a terrible year, and the enemy certainly has had a heyday. Well, let's put a stop to it right now. In Luke 10:19, it says that we have been given the authority to do so. We have been given the power to drive out demons, command them to leave. Yeah, it's kind of freaky and everything, but it truly does work. I am not lying. So I have 7 ways that you can fight off the enemy, and I would really love for you to take a look at them. So remember, align your personal values, talk to yourself kinder, and overcome fear. When you do all of those things, I know you'll experience some kind of breakthrough and you are going to feel a lot better. Okay, that does it for my mini lesson on how to experience a breakthrough. To get more detailed information, how-tos, and tools like my list of affirmations and my list of personal values and my 7 steps to that spiritual warfare stuff, you can head over to Etsy and download my workbook called Simple Happy Wellness Strategies. You can download it. This is it in print form. And you're going to learn all sorts of stuff. You're not just going to learn about the things I talked about here today, but you're going to learn about how to take care of yourself better, wellness, how to lose weight and how to keep it off, how to feed your body the right nutrients. It's really a wealth of knowledge. And I just know that you're going to benefit from it. My name is Christy, and I am owner and blogger at simplifyfirefly.com. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm a certified weight management and nutrition consultant. If you like this video, leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe.